favorite military word is an outstanding. Outstanding. Today we're going to hitch in the head with a pipe. Outstanding. When I came out of boot camp, I was a little bit wacky, everybody. I'm cool now, thank goodness. It took a while. Because when you come out, you're fired up, aren't you? The same week I came out of boot camp is the week my sister got married. She had me seat the people at her wedding. These people would come walking up to me in front of the church like, oh, you must be Patricia's brother. Sit down! Shut your pie hole! Get your eyes off me! I do not want to be your friend! 200 people showed up and put them all in the same row. Tighten up, we don't have all day. Tighten it up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. We are totally uncomfortable. Outstanding!
That is,
hey!
Yeah. Who is that sweaty idiot? You're wondering?
Yeah, it's me. 15
That's
years ago.
Our buddy Greg Hahn. Good to see you.
Hey, how are you?
Gregory.
Okay, thanks for having me here.
Yeah. It was, here's the thing. We're watching that's got a little age to it, like a fine wine. You were telling me that bit has changed somewhat.
Like 6, 7 words over the last 20 years.
That happens. But it was interesting watching you do analysis on yourself because you were very critical about the whole thing. You didn't like any of it.
Well, I could just tell. You're just not as experienced. I could tell there I was very concerned about doing well.
Right. Now, okay, so now we're going to get to the heart of it right there.
Is this the part where I cry?
I'm going to make you cry right here. But this is the zen moment for every comic, I believe.
Yeah.
Is that there's something happens, and Scott Wilson, your buddy and my buddy, we talk to the young kids about this a lot.
Yeah.
There's a moment of zen when you're on stage and you don't care anymore. Don't you think? You're looking for results, but
yeah.
Their laughter isn't going to determine your performance. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I do. Yeah. What is it? It's like you know that with the experience that it's funny. You know it's funny.
Inherently.
I know it's funny.
And if you know it, eventually they'll tap into it.
That must be
They'll follow like sheep.
Right. As opposed to me doing the whole bit as if the's a question mark in the
hanging on their emotions
and hoping
sentence. That they like it.
Yeah.
Right.
So you ever gone to the and then maybe have you are you with me? With me? Back me up now with this.
Well, that is a great depiction of fear right there.
Right.
Yeah, that's good. So now, Gregory, let's talk. You have a interesting background. What do we do for a while? Lumberjack? Something
well,
like
when you
that?
start off.
Let's start off where?
In comedy in Orlando.
Okay.
You're unwatchable, so you can't make a living.
That's what somebody said to you?
Well, I've seen tapes of myself.
Oh, but nobody said that.
The only thing I lacked was potential. Well, they said way worse. Horrible. Never going to middle. No one's going to want to watch 30 minutes of that. Don't even think about headlining. You're going to have to change your style. Yeah. You need a story. Do something. But anyway, so you're figuring it out, right?
Yeah.
And so, lumberjack show. Can I tell you how I got that gig?
How'd you get
By the way, you got a Fitbit? These are good.
I gave it up.
These are not bad. I've had it for when I first got it, I weighed 225 pounds. I've had it for like 6 months now. I weigh 234.
Yeah, well, good for you. I think I ate mine.
That's a better punchline.
So, lumberjack.
Okay, so what happened was I had a roommate. I said I had a corporate job. I said, "Hey, man, I'm going into show business." It really happened this way. Yeah. I'd been on like 4 open mics. I'm going into show business. Watch this. I took the phone book. We had phone books back then that we used. Slammed it on the table. Went to Agent in Orlando. Agent. First one was A1 Peg. Was her name. Called her up, and I'm yelling at my roommate the whole time. Watch this, man. I'm going into show business. And I dialed her up. Hi, Peg. Greg Hahn. I'm a comic. I can host any show, MC any show. She said, funny you should call. A guy just called with a lumberjack show. He just got a contract at Six Flags. I'll see if he's interested in talking to a comedian. Yeah, okay, that's great. Here's my number, blah, blah, whatever. Bang, off the phone. Look at roommate. Phone rings. Pick it up. Hi, this is Leela Captain with the Paul Bunyan Lumberjack Show. Hey, Greg Hahn, blah, 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 blah. He lives right down the street, and he needs me to come down, wants to meet me and teach me how to throw the axe.
Yeah.
So within half an hour, I'm down there, I've got an axe, and I'm missing the target and hitting his garage. So anyway, so then some headhunter was looking for another job for me, and I had to call her up because he offered me the job. I had to call her up. I'm not going to take this job. I'm going to take a lumberjack show at Six Flags for 3 months guaranteed. And she went bananas. I remember her saying, "You're 29, Greg. When are you going to grow up? You're 29." And I knew I made the right move with the lumber. Yeah. But anyway, so there was that thing, and then after that, I kept doing that. But then I threw on top of that the stuntman, Universal Studios. I knew they were holding auditions in Orlando again, Universal.
Yeah.
And I happened to be in the left lane, and the exit to Universal Studios off to the left. Had it been in the right lane, it would have just kept going. Anyway, so I thought, I'll go to this dumb auditions. And so I show up, I roll around. They're like, you ever seen our Wild West stunt show?
Yeah.
No, but yeah, whatever. And I ended up getting that, and I had sciatic nerve problems for about 4 years, falling down and leaping backwards. And I didn't know how to do stunts. I'd land on my head. You're supposed to land even, so the energy when you land, when you crash, when you fall or leap back, goes evenly through all your limbs. Right. I just kept landing on my neck, so I had like sciatic problems. Well, it's good. But in the meantime, at night, I'd go, bomb, let the bombing begin, and just keep bombing. And then 5 years later, I headed out on the road, full-time bomb.
Yeah. Here we are.
Right.
Well,
can I just say, Lee, that's how I started comedies. A guy came to my college, and I remember he completely tanked, and they gave him $10,000. I thought, I would like to tank for 10 grand. So that's how I started.
Good for you.
Yeah.
You don't want to say who that guy is?
I just mentioned him in another interview, Garrett Morris. But I got to say, he's a very successful actor from SNL, one of the originals. Yeah. So he's in front of a bunch of college kids. Now I'm going to make excuses for him.
But yeah, he was also a sketch guy too, right?
Yeah, sketch guy wasn't a stand-up.
Yeah, right.
But he took the gig. Must have been off-season at SNL or something.
I don't blame him.
Yeah.
You articulate yourself with movement.
Yeah.
Quite a bit.
Have any of my stories so far made any sense at all?
I took that time to rest. But you, I mean, that is who you are.
Uh-huh.
But let me ask you this, because before we run out of time, and you've wasted so much of it, the physicality you have is a big part of the stage presence,
right?
And because people, they'll ask me questions about you. Is he like that all the time? And I said, no, he's not like that. Mm-hmm. So it's a bigger persona on stage, but you still are very articulate.
You know what it is?
With movement.
Right.
Yeah. Your hands are always talking to me.
Is that it?
Yeah.
What it is people will say, oh, with this character you've developed. Not really a character. Right. It's like being at a party and you've had 3 beers and you like everything you see.
Right.
I like it's right before someone says to you, can I speak to you for a moment? It tells you to pipe down. It's the moments before that,
Yeah.
So that's what I try to it's like when I do a show, I always wanted to create like a party with my best friends that I've never met.
Yeah.
Just reenact a party, make it happen.
Greg is one of my favorites. If you ever get a chance to see Gregory, you're going to have a great time. That's what he imbues just the sense of party, as he said, and there's nobody better at what he does, even though he's the only guy doing it. Good to
Thanks,
see you,
Lee.
as
All right.
always.
Thanks for having me here.
We love Greg
All right.
Hahn. One of the best in the business, guys. That'll do it for this version of Lee's Open Mic.